What's up, everybody? It's time to do a little goddamn story time, a really good one. So as everybody should know, unless you're just completely fucking clueless, no offense. Actually, full offense. Immolation, Obituary, Blood Incantation, and Ingrown had a very swell North American tour. I wish Immolation played a little more songs and a little more classics, but they were perfect and I can't complain. It was amazing. They're one of my favorite bands of all time, and I'm glad I got the privilege to see them at my young age. So anyway, the story is we went to the show. It was awesome. Ingrown was sick hardcore. Blood Incantation was awesome. Very atmospheric. Immolation came on and I honestly lost my goddamn mind. I was kind of just sitting, just baffled, you know. It was one of those bands for me, and I knew all the lyrics to all the songs. I was singing them along, or rather growling them along, and just awesome. Their stage presence is insane. They sound insanely tight, just like on the records. Like, just no complaints. Then show goes to Obituary. God, what an incredible band too. Like, awesome to see them. I actually missed them about 2 times. I missed them with Mayhem, and I missed them with, I think, Black Label Society. I didn't see either of those shows. Mayhem one got canceled to the fucking virus, and then the other one I don't know, I just didn't see it. Obituary was opening, and I wasn't interested in the other bands, so I was kind of like, oh, I don't really want to go just to see a few songs. And then, anyway, point of the story is after hung out with Immolation for a whole goddamn hour. It was really cool. Met a cool dude there, and somehow he knew what he was doing, and I just went with him. And you know, I got the coolest mom ever. She went with me. She actually likes this music, believe it or not. It's not just oh, I'll go along with you. It's like, no, I invited her to go with me because she likes the music, and I got her into this. It's like a whole nother thing. That's pretty cool. I know a lot of people can't say that, but we met Immolation. They were just standing there, and I met Rob Vigna first, and he was a really cool guy. I told him he was one of my biggest influences as being a guitar player. He was really nice. We talked for like a long time. He had a lot of cool stories to tell me. My stupid ass brain can't remember all of them at the moment, but just awesome guy. Killer guitar player. We're talking about the old albums and recording, and talked to Ross next, and Ross was really cool too. Ross talked to me probably the longest, and we were just having a one-on-one talk for a long time, just talking about some of the stuff. He told me a really cool story about one of my favorite songs on Unholy Cult and Immolation in general, which is Reluctant Messiah, which I never fucking hear anybody mention anything about that, but goddamn banger, amazing song. And he told me that was a special song for them, and that he sent, like, I think he had a friend that was a professional skateboarder, and they used it for a video or something, but I can't remember, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I wish I knew where that was, but that was a cool one. We talked about Incantation, Onward to the Golgotha, how John McEntee represented Immolation on the band, and all the stuff that John and Ross shared back and forth between bands, because they both came up in the same scene, same time, and, you know, both killer bands both up there for me. And just really cool guys, honestly. And then I talked to the drummer Steve. Fucking awesome. Like, he was just as big a fan as anybody else of the band, and he's an incredible drummer, and he got a lucky roll that he got called up by Immolation to play for him. I mean, imagine how you'd feel. But we were talking about all the old school albums that I love that are in my like top 10 of all time, and we were talking about how everybody was just into those back then, and like it was cool going back at my age and seeing where these guys came from, even though you kind of know, but talking to them is a whole nother thing. We were talking about the erosion of sanity. We were talking about Retribution from Malevolent Creation, one of the best goddamn metal period albums of all time. I don't like, that is just a fact. Where you're talking about the good old Corpse, of course, because God, you can't fail to mention the Kings, you know, and anybody who says otherwise can get fucked and get lost, you know where that one's from. But anyway, just a fucking great time. I went to the show in Berkeley. I'm not a fan of that city, you know, but it was a great place to see him. Sound was great. Just awesome talking with those guys and telling them stuff. And I'll show you some of the goodies I got. So first off, you know, I talked to Alex for a second. I complimented him on his guitar playing, but you know, he wasn't really in the mood to talk. I think he was a little tired, so I was just like, you go do you. So here's the signatures. I got my tickets in. I didn't bring a CD or an LP because I didn't expect to meet them, you know. That was a cool thing, and let alone talk to them for an hour. And yes, it was an hour, a goddamn hour, and really cool guys. So there's their signatures there, everyone except Alex, of course. And Rob wrote Immolation, since this ticket didn't say Immolation on it for whatever reason. But yeah, it's cool. Let me see. We got pictures of the band right there. That's the full band there. Picture of me talking to Ross and Rob a little bit. He was really into the conversation. I think bands appreciate it when you don't act like a weird fan, like you don't treat them like they're like this god person, even if you feel that way. They are just people. You all gotta remember that. And they just make really awesome music, and that's why we have this connection to them. And you just gotta talk about that and have some common ground, and then you'll have a good conversation. Otherwise, I think fans don't appreciate sometimes the weird ones. But anyway, not for me to say. But here's me looking a little wild after the show with Rob. I look kind of like a crazy motherfucker there, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, just really cool shit. Met the guys with Ingrown too. They were really young and really cool, and I thought they were really nice guys. You know, I'm not much of a hardcore guy, but those guys were awesome, and they were fun to meet. Really cool people too, really humble, which I always admire. And then to top it all off, we're gonna end the video with this, because I don't want to drag it on too long. It's already been 8 goddamn minutes. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, continuing. I picked up an OG press of Dawn of Possession for under $50, and that is a bargain. So, damn band pictures, pretty sweet. CD, awesome. Yeah, full authentic, original 1991 RC Records pressing. That's just cool. That's kind of unrelated to the show, but I just wanted to show it because that's my latest addition to the Immolation collection. One last thing I wanted to tell you is that I'm kind of moving out of this place right now, and I'm gonna move into the studio I'm making full-time. So all the metal stuff has got to get out of here, and it's a long process, so I don't have the best backdrops all the time. I mean, this is pretty good, but all of this that you see, all the stuff over there, anything you've seen in my other videos is moving out to the studio. So I'm gonna have one big room full of pure metal and nothing else, because nothing else belongs there. So with that out of the way, just know I'm moving out, and that's gonna take a few days, hopefully not too long. I mean, I'm kind of going a little slow, I'm slacking a little bit, and I gotta get my ass in gear, but just know that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you